Lieutenant Andra, A-N-D-R-A, Brown of the San Diego Police Department. Today at about 1:30 in the afternoon, San Diego police officers responded to a report of an attempt robbery with a shooting in the East Alley of 4000 Ohio Street. The 62-year-old female was contacted by a suspect in the alley. There was a little conversation. He asked her for directions. After she gave the directions, then he demanded her purse. She got scared and ran away, and as she was running away, he actually fired one shot that struck her in the back of the rear shoulder and exited the right shoulder area. The suspect is described as a Hispanic male wearing a white shirt. There was a white female with him as a companion, but she doesn't appear to be involved. And the suspect vehicle is a white SUV, and so far all we have as a partial plate is 5 Henry Zebra, so 5HZ is all we have in a partial plate at this time.
The condition of the victim?
Fortunately, the wounds are non-life threatening. It appears to be a through-and-through wound from the right rear shoulder rear towards the front.
And did she know the perpetrator or have any idea who that might be?
There doesn't appear to be any sort of relationship between the victim and the suspects at this time. Just appears to be a completely random incident.
Can you repeat on the vehicle, if close model, year, color?
You know, we have just a very vague description of the vehicle at this time. It's a white, smaller SUV type of vehicle, and the partial California plate that we have is 5 Henry Zebra, 5HZ.
So does she live around here? What was she doing in the alley?
The victim does live on the 4000 block of Ohio Street, and she was just getting out of her vehicle when she was contacted in the alley. So she had every right to be here, and it just appears to be a completely random act.
Anybody witness this? Who can they call? What number?
Of course, the San Diego Police Department is looking for help from anybody with the public that might be able to help us with this, and the case is going to be investigated by detectives from the Mid-City Division. Anybody with information is asked to call 619-516-3000.
And confirming this was an attempt only?
Correct. This was an attempt robbery. The suspect demanded the victim's purse. She did not give him the purse, so there was no loss.
516 or 561 3000?
516-3000. It's Mid-City Division.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
We picked up something about the wife of an FBI agent. Is that related to this? Is she?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know if it was a call. Yeah, it was something else.
Okay, yeah, there's no indication that there's any sort of a law enforcement nexus to this call.
Is there anything else we should be asking you? Anything else you'd like to have us know?
Oh, it's off of somebody else's car. Excuse me?
I'm sorry, is there anything else that you can impart to us about this, or that we could help with, or whatever information?
You know, the best information that we could, or the best, excuse me, let me start over on that, since I know you're just going to cut and paste this all together. It would be the hope of the San Diego Police Department that anybody with information about this would come forward with that information, whether they have a statement, whether they have information or surveillance video, anything that could help us out. Again, Mid-City detectives are the ones handling the case, 619-516-3000.
Any description on the female?
No, maybe a white female, female only. Very vague description on the female passenger.
Again, the description on the Hispanic, probably Hispanic male, you got a height or something? Or?
No, because the victim was transported immediately and she's currently being treated at the hospital, we're a little vague on the description right now. All we have is a Hispanic male wearing a white shirt.
Is her injury life-threatening?
Her injury is non-life-threatening. She was conscious and breathing, talking to the officers as she was taken in the ambulance to the hospital. So that's good news.
For nationality? For nationality of living?
I think she's Korean. Yeah, so.
Any surveillance video or good witness, anybody actually see it happen?
The people that have come forward so far heard the shot fired. Apparently there was only one shot fired. They heard the shot, they heard screaming, and they came out after the fact. So that's part of the people that are giving us the partial plate have been witnesses that have been helpful. We haven't located any surveillance video at this time, though.
Did you talk about the description of the driver of that white vehicle?
Yeah, he's a Hispanic male wearing a white shirt. We don't have a whole lot of description at this point because she's being treated at this point, and then there's a language barrier with one of the witnesses. So all we have is a Hispanic male with a white shirt in a white, smaller model SUV, you know, not one of the real big, huge things.